Hi everybody and welcome to my home studio. I just discovered this project that I want to share with you because I'm really excited about it. Normally I don't do a lot of wintry kinds of projects and things, but this one for some reason really resonated with me. So, sorry, I'm just getting my light adjusted. So I thought I'd share it with you. And I know it's kind of a crafty thing, but honestly, I started to think about this during that long winter break. If you want something to kind of break up the action and activity with the kids or something, or if you want to do this on your own, I thought this was a great idea. So it's basically a toilet paper roll, right? And people used to save these for me, and I was like, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use that. But the color, the tan color, is a wonderful base for this. So we're actually going to make, they can be kind of decorations for the window. You could even put little tea lights in here. They're a little bit taller, right? They're flammable, so careful of fire. But here's how it works. So I've kind of played with it in a couple different ways. So, and some I've started to paint, so I'll show you kind of the next step in just a moment. But basically, and I'm a little bit of a stickler for making sure that things are kind of even. I always figure it out in the end, but I started with just making kind of a line going all the way around this toilet paper roll on one side. And then I'm going to do it on the other side too. So I'm going to actually cut on both sides. Now, if you want even kind of cuts like this is kind of what it's going to look like. This one I did slightly shorter and slightly longer cuts. And I like how that looks, but I'm just going to give you kind of the basic model for right now. Okay, and so basically you're just going to start to cut up to the line. Now, the type A's out there are probably going to say, Melanie, how many cuts do I make up to that line? And I'm going to say, you figure out the math, okay? Because you put as many or as little as you want. I would encourage you, though, the more that you have, the more that your the circle will curve. If you have too few, it'll look very kind of geometric. You'll get some flat sides. So let me show you what it looks like. Now, you can start to fold them up like this. Okay, I thought this is good. And again, I just saw this on one of these, just quick things. I'm scrolling through social, right? And I thought, oh, I can modify this in a lot of different ways. Okay, so here it is. So once you have this, okay, heck, and I feel like kids could do a million different things. I'm all about use your recycling boxes, use cardboard. If you're interested, we can do some more projects related to that. And then I just started to go around and I started to cut these angles. So again, the smaller kids in the crowd, this would be super great practice. I started to play with these. You could also put these behind. So if you wanted another layer, but basically you just go all the way around so you have something kind of like this. Now, I started to experiment yesterday. This is some that I got from Michael's. It's a glow in the dark, kind of a glitter paint. And I just put it on the surface. It looks pretty cool. Now, because I wanted them a little bit brighter, then I just went in. You can see how technical I am in my studio. Palette paper is basically newspaper, and you could use white tempera. You could use acrylic, totally up to you. Now, a couple things. You could just put it on full-fledged and nice and thick like that. You could add a little tint to it. So check it out. If I had a little bit of yellow, which I just happen to have off to the side. If I put in a little bit of yellow, I know kids would have, and I always tell kids, grab a little bit from the side. Don't mix in the whole thing. You could start to do a little bit of wet into wet, just slowly as they go around. Okay, so these could be like nighttime stars. In the spring, you could even reinvent this, curve these, and these could be flowers. Okay, but ultimately, when all is said and done, I have started to paint. I'm just gonna put it in here. Never leave a brush out on its own. Always put it in water so the bristles won't dry out. But what I'm gonna do with this, I've painted the front, painted the back. I think I might actually start to do a little bit of dry brushing with gold. And then I could do some fishing line, and I might hang these outside of my kitchen or inside of my kitchen windows. just as a nice little kind of decorative accent. So this is a toilet paper. I would almost say this is a crafty with a K, but with a lot of room for creativity. So good luck to you. I hope you have fun time if you so choose to make this. Thanks for tuning in.